Hello everybody, I'm TheTimeister, and today I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive to bring you a tutorial on integrating your forestry into your industries chain. Forestry is an integral part of your industries chain as it's required for many factories to function to provide various goods to your city. For this tutorial, nothing is required except the industries DLC. So now let's jump right into it. Like every other type of industry, buildings can be classed into three different categories: extractor buildings, processor buildings, and storage buildings. Now before I explain how all of these buildings work, don't forget to first place down your main office building as well as barracks to house all their workers. First, let's go over the extractors. There are two types of extractors in the forestry menu. There are tree plantations and sapling fields. Each type of field comes in various sizes. You can even click on them and change their appearance. This does nothing to their functionality, it's purely for looks. Forestry extractors will create one product, which is raw forestry products. The raw forestry products can then be transformed into one of two things, either planed timber or paper. Now let's go over the processor buildings, which are responsible for transforming the raw forestry products into the stated materials. First, we have the sawmill, and then we have the engineered wood plant. Both of these processor buildings create planed timber. However, the engineered wood plant creates a larger amount of planed timber. Depending on what factory you plan on placing down in your city, you can check the output of either of these two buildings to decide which one is necessary. In most cases, I would just place both of them as they make your forestry area look cool, and it's better to have excess materials than not enough. Next up, we have our paper processing buildings. First, we have a biomass pellet plant. This is the smaller building of the two paper producers. The biomass pellet plant produces a much smaller quantity than its larger brother, the pulp mill. The pulp mill is a massive building that creates a large quantity of paper. Be mindful of where you place the last two buildings I just talked about, as they create a lot of air pollution and can kill your trees. Now that we've covered processing plants, let's get into storage. For storage buildings, you have four choices. They all do exactly the same thing, they just have different capacities. Our first choices are either a small or a large log yard, or you can go for a wood chip storage, both small and large. Like I said, they do exactly the same thing. However, depending on what kind of look you're going for, you can place these down how you like. Also, don't forget you can place down some warehouses and choose which type of material you want to place in them. This can also help make your area look unique. Now that we've covered everything from extractors to processors to storage buildings, let's see this entire production in action. As you can see here, this toy factory requires both paper and plain timber. It also requires plastics from the oil industry. Now that is all you need to know for the forestry industry. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and for many more like it, please subscribe to the City Skylines channel. Thank you so much for watching.